Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be covering some more Spellbreak, and we're going to be talking for the new players out there, the guys and girls that have literally just started this week or a few weeks ago when the game got released, or maybe you haven't even tried it out yet and you've just stumbled across this video. I hope this will help you out. It will give you some more confidence in engagements, and hopefully you'll get your first win if you haven't got one yet. But if you are a veteran at this game and you're in the closed betas or the pre-alpha, you're going to know all of this already. So guys, just bear that in mind. This is for the brand new players, because there is a lot of new players out there who obviously need some help. I get asked a lot of questions on stream, so I thought I'd put it into a video. But now, guys, if you wouldn't mind helping me out, if you could like this video if you learned something, and subscribe, consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying the Spellbreak content. I'm getting closer and closer to my goal of 500 subs before the end of this year. And I love you all that have helped me so far. The support on the videos and the channel lately has been great, so I'm really appreciative of all of you out there. And if you want to go just that step further, help me out here. If you want to use my code, it's Mr. O in all capital letters. I will leave a link in the description down below on the Epic Game Store if you're ever purchasing any gold or any other items on the Epic Game Store in general. I would really appreciate that. But now, let's get into it. So Spellbreak, brand new battle royale, fully released across all platforms. It's cross-play, cross-progression. My first sort of tip I would give you guys as a new player is try out all of the gauntlets, because I understand it can be a little bit overwhelming. You have all the different elements. You have fire, ice, wind, stone, lightning, you name it. So, and also bear in mind, it's not a typical BR, as in when I say that, I mean obviously there's no guns, so every weapon is a projectile weapon. So you're going to have to sort of anticipate the enemy. If you've played any arena shooters, you won't, this will be fine. You'll be used to this. You'll understand how the mechanics work of leading your shots. But yeah, just bear that in mind. Try all of the gauntlets. Get them to at least level 6, or I think it's level 6, because that's when you unlock all of the talents in the tree here. So you've got the mind, body, and soul talents. You need those guys. They're basically free passives that can aid you in journey around the Hollow-Lands. So yeah, try all of the gauntlets. Don't just go with the ones that you think is meta because you see myself use this, or you see some of these more experienced not pro players, but more experienced players, the veterans of the game, using like the ice, which is basically the sniper, because that is a very hard gauntlet to use, and it's a hard gauntlet to get good with. So use what is best for you, because I always get asked, oh, what do you think is the best gauntlet? What do you think is the best weapon or best rune? And to be honest, just like in most battle royales, the answer is whatever you're best with. Now, yes, granted, there are ones that are slightly broken or slightly more, stronger. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how strong the weapon is. If you can't use it, then it's irrelevant. Just like with the ice lance, I'm okay with it. I haven't quite perfected it yet. So 9 times out of 10, I will leave it. If it's the only gauntlet on the ground that I can pick up as my offhand, then of course I'll pick it up. But I'm trying to get better with it because of the fact that it is very powerful if you can hit your shots. So there we have it, guys. Don't always go with what a lot of people say is the best, just because you may not be good with it. Now, next tip. This is around fighting. You may think to yourself, sounds a bit odd. Basically, excuse me, don't play to win. Now, yes, I understand it's a battle royale. The whole point is, you're going to say, but the whole point is to win, be the last player standing, yada yada. But guys, if you're just going to be that person, I see this all the time when I'm playing this game, in solos especially. You get to the end circle, and there's somebody just around, hiding. They've hid the whole game. To be honest, most of the time I die to this person because they're hiding in a bush somewhere. They come out of nowhere and they kill me as I'm, fighting someone else. And then you see them at the end of the game, they've had 100 damage and like no kills, obviously, prior to me But all they've done is they've learned nothing. Yes, they've got the kill. They've killed me. Yes, they're in the top 3 now. But guys, you don't learn anything in this game, or any battle royale for that instance, from just hiding. You need to push fights as much as you can. Obviously, we all want to win. We're all human. I want to win. Obviously, I would love to win every single game, every single match of Spellbreak. But it is what it is. I'm trying to, get better with engagements, get better aim. So that's my, for beginners, please don't worry so much about winning at first. Just practice the gauntlets, engage as much as possible. Doesn't mean W keying everyone. Obviously, have some sort of common sense with this. Don't just rush into a 1v4 situation where you can't win. I just mean, I come up against this a lot as well, and you'll probably see it in this video, that some people just constantly run. They just run. And that leads me nicely onto my next tip. Do not lose sight, don't have tunnel vision too much. I'm guilty of this as well. I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect. A lot of these tips and stuff, I don't even listen to myself sometimes, because you get complacent, and as you get more experience with the game, you start to, it's like when you drive, when you first learn to drive a car, you drive, pretty perfect by the book, and then as the months, days, weeks, years go by, you start to slip at the wayside. So it's the same with games, guys. So I'm guilty of this as well, but try not to have tunnel vision, which you've seen me do it in this video already in the background, where I'm just I'm focusing so hard on the player in front of me that I forget sometimes to worry about the people to my left, behind me, all around you. So try not to have too much tunnel vision. So yes, guys, quick recap. Make sure you try all the gauntlets. Do not go with just the ones that you think is meta. Also, don't play to win so much from the start. Concentrate on having as many engagements as possible, but smart engagements. And then, like I said, try not to have too much tunnel vision, which leads me on to the next tip. Basically, the next tip is awareness. Now, as I just briefly touched upon, if you're sort of locked in and zoned in so much onto one player, you can see it a little bit in this example here now on screen. Me and this guy are like going at it hardcore, battling it out. We're doing good trades on each other. We're both literally really, causing damage to each other, going invisible. He's dashing and shadow step, going invisible. But both of us have lost sight of around us. We've got so much tunnel vision on each other. So you see that fireball came out from the side. So I wasn't fully prepared for that. So I had to disengage, take myself out for a second, heal up, and then just recollect what I'm doing, think smartly, and then get myself back into the action. So yes, guys, engage as much as you can, but like I said, I'm guilty of it as well. Sometimes I push too hard, and I have just pure tunnel vision on one opponent. I forget about my surroundings. So be aware of your surroundings. It's the same with any battle royale and any competitive game in general. Be aware of your enemies around. Be aware that people could be next to you. They could be invisible. So listen out for sound cues and spatial awareness. Also, try and always have the high ground where possible. In battle royales, this high ground always wins. You know this. You've heard this in every other battle royale game before. Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone. It's the same in Spellbreak. High ground is always king. So try not to give up the high ground when you don't need to. Be aware, like I said, of your surrounding and sound cues. Sound cues are very, very important in all games, but in Spellbreak there is invisibility rune and there is now the shadow step rune, which both make you go invis. But invis is a very hard one in this game compared to a lot of other games, because there is a sound cue and there is like a tiny glimmer of a silhouette of the opponent. So when they get really close up to you, you can hear them and you can just about see their outline. But sound, to be honest, the sound is more noticeable. So especially when you're healing, because You can heal whilst you're invis, so be aware of that as well, guys. But you can always hear somebody potioning. They're using a shield potion or a health potion. You can hear it quite distinctively. So be on the lookout. If you hear someone healing around you, just bear that in mind. They could be invisible, so just try to use your ears and not your eyes so much in that situation. Now, that sort of brings me on to a tip that I forgot about to mention earlier on. I was going to say, with potions, there is a delay, as you can see, so just be aware of that. When you drink your shield pots or your health pots, there is a minor delay of where your health gradually goes up, so it's not instant like in Apex or Fortnite. You drink your potions, that's it, boom, your health is fully regened. No, you're vulnerable for a good couple seconds, depending on whether you drunk a big pot or whether you drunk one of the small ones. But just be aware of that, guys. So just because you've just because you've drunk a potion, you can still die instantly. So that's why you have to sort of disengage, go invisible if you can, or try to get out of line of sight of the opponent. Yeah, you should do well. So yeah, guys, recap: focus, attack as many fights as you can, but do it smartly. Do not tunnel vision too hard. Do not zone in on just one person and forget about everyone else, unless it's a 1v1 and you know there's no other opponents left on the map. Potions take time, they heal you slowly, so be careful. High ground is king, and yeah, guys, just do not play to win. Do not worry about the win too much from the start. But anyway, I hope this has helped you. See you on the next one. Peace.